Welcome, everyone, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, home of the Auburn Tigers, where telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Seminoles will put total under to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Tigers' offense will come out first. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, that you watch film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Frazier. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Creates a little room. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
They'll run the counter. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. He's got it down the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job locking in by the quarterback that time on 3rd down. That was a completion you had to have. You're only down 3-0, I get it. It's your second drive of the game, so lots of football to go, but you want to establish a rhythm and confidence as early as possible, and getting that completion on 3rd down was big.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Douglas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Davis. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, you get the completion, and now it's decision time for the head coach, right? This is a massive one, too. 4th and short on your own end of the field. What do you do?
And the Noles decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shoot Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. A designed run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
On the play. Now, 4th down.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Handoff from the gun. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, the inside give.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Middle linebackers, because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got it behind the line. It's White. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football game.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offensive quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Now, sometimes the hardest completions for quarterbacks are the ones where guys are wide open. You don't have to throw it any faster trying to get it to him quickly, because you know he's so wide open, like on that last play. Just take your steps, throw in rhythm, and just throw a catchable ball.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Crosses the 35. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The lone back's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal blocking back.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Fires to the tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great seminal running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Robinson. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Quickly to the tight end.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Off-play action on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Frazier. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll leave it with him. Oh, better look out. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Working that left side. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he
breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll give it to the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Just feeds the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Quickly out to the tight end. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Pulls it in. It's Singleton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Coleman. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get the space and make the big game.
Right back to the well. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running the red zone, it's Alston. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! And that one will give him the lead.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Castellanos. Finds his tight end. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker, it's Williams. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Grabbed behind the line, it's Thomas.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
And the Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Gets it out quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground, and now getting him behind the sticks.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead, now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Now the play fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's a third down the offense absolutely had to have, right? Because the opponent had scored on their last 2 drives, so they needed to score points on that one. But on third down, they give up a sack, and all the momentum now with the opponent.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He'll do it himself. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. There he goes. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Quick strike complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Wants to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out fast. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, no! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wide receiver going in motion. Slithers into space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And now this is the time of the game where the clock's fighting against you, and you can only take so many shots like that and get no gain. We got to get out of bounds, or we got to waste timeouts, so we got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
So now it's second and long. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
They just find ways to find the big fellas. Those big tight ends are huge targets for the quarterbacks. The throws are usually in between the numbers. That makes it pretty easy. Usually sure-handed guys like that just come across the field and make plays for you.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
To the air on second down. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
He's looking to throw. Line out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tiger. And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this
This offense tries to run and unsuccessfully. Nice defense up front. Nice job playing the run and the pass in a passing-type situation. Offense, they've got to get a little bit aggressive here. They need points on the board late.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll run play action. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot. That's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. It's a one-score game late and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Finds the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.